What if I told you that a forgotten practice, known by ancient warriors, monks, and sages, could completely transform your life? A practice that fuels your energy, sharpens your mind, and awakens an almost magnetic presence. Most men have no idea they're wasting their greatest source of vitality every single day, without even realizing it. But those who uncover this secret step into a world of unshakable confidence, limitless energy, and profound spiritual insight. Have you ever wondered why some men radiate an almost supernatural aura, commanding attention the moment they enter a room? Why do certain individuals seem to have endless drive and unwavering focus, while others feel drained, distracted, and lost? The answer lies in something most modern men have never been taught: the power of semen retention. For thousands of years, elite warriors, enlightened monks, and spiritual masters have used this practice to cultivate their strength, sharpen their minds, and elevate their consciousness. In today's world, where instant gratification rules, this ancient wisdom has been buried beneath distractions, leaving men disconnected from their true potential. But those who rediscover this lost art experience a transformation so profound that their reality itself begins to shift. In this video, we're diving deep into the mysteries of semen retention, why it was practiced by ancient traditions, how it rewires your mind, and how it unlocks a level of energy and magnetism most people will never experience. By the end, you'll understand why the most powerful men throughout history protected this knowledge, and why it's time for you to reclaim it. Semen retention is not a New Age trend. It's an ancient practice deeply rooted in spiritual and warrior traditions across the world. From the yogis of India to the Taoist masters of China, from the celibate monks to the legendary samurais, the most powerful men throughout history understood one thing: sexual energy is not just for pleasure, it's the foundation of strength, clarity, and enlightenment. These traditions believed that by retaining this energy, a man could cultivate immense personal power, heightened awareness, and an indomitable will. But why did they place such importance on this practice? In Hinduism, semen is referred to as Ojas, the essence of vitality and the key to higher states of consciousness. In Taoism, it is called Jing, the fundamental energy that fuels life force. Even the great thinkers of the West, like Nikola Tesla and Leonardo da Vinci, were rumored to have practiced celibacy to channel their creative genius. They all recognized one truth: excessive ejaculation drains the body and weakens the mind, while retention strengthens and refines a man's very essence. This knowledge was once passed down in secret, reserved for warriors, mystics, and those seeking enlightenment. The samurai believed in preserving their sexual energy to sharpen their discipline and combat skills. Buddhist monks practiced celibacy not as a restriction, but as a way to harness their energy and elevate their spiritual awareness. Even the great martial artists of China followed these principles, using semen retention to develop unmatched physical power and inner balance. Yet today, this wisdom has been largely forgotten. In a world obsessed with instant gratification, men are encouraged to indulge, to drain themselves daily without ever realizing the cost. They are never told that every release weakens their focus, their drive, and their spiritual connection. But those who reclaim this lost practice discover something extraordinary: an awakening of their true power, a sense of control over their destiny, and a profound shift in their energy that others can't help but notice. Every transformation begins with a decision. In a world that constantly pushes men towards instant pleasure and self-indulgence, choosing semen retention is a radical act of self-mastery. It's the moment you break free from the unconscious cycle of depletion and take control of your energy, your mind, and your future. Most men never even consider this path because society conditions them to believe that constant release is normal, harmless, and even necessary. But the few who dare to challenge this belief open the door to something far greater. At first, doubt may creep in. You might wonder, can I really do this? Will it make a difference? The truth is, the hardest part is overcoming the mental programming that has been ingrained in you for years. The media, the internet, and even mainstream science often downplay the effects of excessive ejaculation, keeping men trapped in a cycle of addiction and weakness. But once you decide to retain, you step into a higher level of awareness. You start noticing how much energy you were unconsciously giving away, and you begin to reclaim it. This decision is more than just abstaining from physical release. It's about reclaiming control. Control over your impulses, your desires, and ultimately your life. It's about shifting from a reactive existence to a conscious one, where you no longer chase fleeting pleasure, but instead channel your energy into building your mind, body, and spirit. The first few days may challenge you, but as your body adjusts, you'll begin to feel a surge of strength, mental clarity, and willpower that you may have never experienced before. And here's the secret. Once you commit to this path, your mindset begins to shift. You start seeing yourself differently, not as a slave to your urges, but as a man in control of his destiny. This newfound strength influences every aspect of your life, your confidence, your focus, and even the way people perceive you. The decision to retain is not just about semen, it's about choosing to become the most powerful version of yourself, and that choice changes everything. For most men, ejaculation is not just a biological function, it's a deeply ingrained habit, reinforced by years of conditioning. From an early age, society normalizes frequent release, making it seem like a harmless or even necessary part of life. But what if this habit is actually keeping men weak, distracted, and constantly seeking external pleasure? To break free, you must first recognize that ejaculation is not a need. It's a pattern, and like any habit, it can be rewired. The key to breaking this conditioning is awareness. Start by observing the triggers that lead to release. Boredom, stress, or even subconscious programming from the media you consume. Every time you feel the urge, ask yourself, is this a conscious decision, or am I running on autopilot? Most men don't realize how automatic their behavior is until they actively start paying attention. The simple act of awareness already puts you back in control. Once you recognize the patterns, the next step is replacing them. Instead of allowing sexual energy to control you, start channeling it into something productive. Physical exercise, deep breathing techniques, and meditation are powerful tools to transmute this energy into strength, focus, and creativity. The more you practice retention, the more you realize that sexual energy is not meant to be wasted, it's meant to be cultivated. Every urge is an opportunity to redirect that energy into something that elevates you. This process won't be easy. At first, your mind and body will resist change, but with time, discipline, and conscious effort, you will rewire your response to sexual energy. Instead of being controlled by fleeting desires, you will begin to harness your energy for higher pursuits. And as you do, something incredible happens. Your mind becomes sharper, your presence more powerful, and your ability to manifest your goals stronger than ever before. When you master this, you master yourself. The moment you begin practicing semen retention, your body enters a process of deep cleansing and detoxification. For years, maybe even decades, you've been unconsciously depleting your vital energy, forcing your system to constantly regenerate, lost nutrients. But now, as you retain, your body shifts gears. It starts recycling and redistributing this life force, leading to profound physical and mental changes. Many men report feeling a surge of vitality, mental clarity, and even a lightness, as their bodies begin to heal from years of overuse. One of the most immediate effects of retention is the regulation of your hormones. Testosterone levels begin to stabilize, dopamine sensitivity increases, and your nervous system starts to reset. This means fewer energy crashes, more stable emotions, and an overall feeling of inner strength. Many men also experience improvements in their skin, muscle tone, and posture, because when the body stops wasting vital nutrients, it starts using them for rebuilding and optimizing. But the detoxification isn't just physical, it's mental and emotional as well. Retention forces you to confront the hidden patterns that have been running your life. Many men don't realize that excessive ejaculation numbs emotions, weakens willpower, and keeps them stuck in cycles of instant gratification. As you retain, suppressed thoughts and feelings may surface, demanding to be addressed. This is a crucial phase, because once you break through these mental barriers, You become sharper, more focused, and emotionally resilient. This cleansing process is why many men experience withdrawal symptoms when they first start retention, fatigue, mood swings, or even old habits trying to resurface. But these are just signs that your body and mind are rebalancing. As you push through, you will emerge stronger, clearer, and more energized than ever before. This is the purification stage, a necessary step before unlocking your full power. One of the most immediate and powerful effects of semen retention is a dramatic surge in energy. When you stop draining your life force, your body naturally redirects that energy toward physical strength, mental clarity, and emotional resilience. You'll notice that you wake up feeling more refreshed, your workouts feel stronger, and even simple daily tasks require less effort. This isn't just placebo. Scientific research confirms that semen contains vital nutrients like zinc, magnesium, and protein, which, when retained, contribute to higher stamina and endurance. But energy alone isn't enough. What makes retention truly life-changing is the way it amplifies motivation and drive. Suddenly, you feel a renewed sense of purpose, a hunger to create, achieve, and push yourself beyond previous limits. Why? Because retention regulates dopamine, the brain's reward chemical, making everyday activities more fulfilling. Things that once felt boring, like reading, working out, or building a skill, now feel deeply engaging and rewarding. This shift is what separates those who live with purpose from those who merely exist. As this internal energy builds, you also develop an unstoppable focus. Tasks that once seemed overwhelming become easier to tackle. You start prioritizing long-term goals over short-term distractions. Your mind becomes sharper, your memory improves, and you begin operating with a laser-like intensity. Many men who practice retention report heightened problem-solving skills, stronger decision-making, and even an increase in creative ideas, because their mental energy is no longer being drained by unnecessary release. This is why ancient warriors, monks, and leaders practiced semen retention. It was never just about abstinence, but about channeling raw energy into power. In today's world, where distraction and weakness are everywhere, those who cultivate and direct their energy stand out effortlessly. They move differently, they think differently, and they achieve more, simply because they have tapped into a power most men will never even realize exists. When you control your energy, you control your destiny. There's something undeniably powerful about a man who retains his energy. He doesn't need to say much. His presence alone commands attention. Have you ever noticed that some men seem to radiate confidence, drawing others in effortlessly? This isn't random. It's the direct result of semen retention, a practice that amplifies a man's natural charisma, making him more magnetic to both men and women. When you retain, you exude an aura of strength, self-assurance, and purpose, and people can feel it on an unconscious level. But what causes this shift? One key factor is hormonal balance. When you stop depleting yourself, your testosterone levels become optimized, leading to stronger eye contact, deeper vocal tone, and more dominant body language. These are the subtle cues that signal high status and masculinity, and they trigger deep primal responses in others. Women, in particular, are highly sensitive to this energy, often feeling an unexplained attraction to men who practice retention. It's not about trying to impress, it's about embodying raw, untamed masculine energy. However, this newfound magnetism isn't just about attraction, it's also about influence. People naturally trust and respect a man who carries himself with certainty and purpose. Whether in business, leadership, or social interactions, your words hold more weight, your presence feels more grounded, and others are drawn to your energy. This is why powerful men throughout history, from great warriors to spiritual leaders, have harnessed their sexual energy not to chase women, but to command respect. And here's the most fascinating part. The more you retain, the less you seek external validation. You stop craving attention because you no longer need it. You become self-sufficient. Ironically, this makes you even more desirable. Your energy, once scattered and lost through constant release, is now concentrated, making you a force that people can't ignore. True charisma isn't about trying to impress. It's about mastering your own energy and letting it speak for itself. Semen retention isn't just about physical energy, it's a spiritual gateway. Across ancient traditions, sexual energy was seen as a bridge between the material and the divine. When retained and transmuted, this energy rises through the body, activating higher states of awareness. This is why yogis, monks, and spiritual seekers have practiced celibacy for centuries, not out of repression, but as a means to elevate consciousness. The more you retain, the more you begin to notice shifts in perception, synchronicities, and a deeper connection to your intuition. But why does this happen? The answer lies in the energy centers of the body, known as chakras in Eastern philosophy. Sexual energy is the rawest form of life force, residing in the lower chakras. When it is constantly released, it remains stuck in the lower levels of desire and indulgence. However, when retained and redirected, it moves upward, awakening the higher chakras, particularly the third eye, intuition, and the crown, spiritual connection. This is why many men on this path report heightened intuition, vivid dreams, and an unshakable sense of purpose. As your awareness expands, you also start to detach from worldly illusions. The constant chase for pleasure, validation, and external success begins to lose its grip on you. Instead of being ruled by impulse, you start to operate from a place of inner wisdom. Your ability to read people, sense energy, and make aligned decisions becomes effortless. You are no longer just living. You are seeing reality for what it truly is, and this shift puts you in a position of great personal power. This is why semen retention is often described as a sacred practice. It isn't just about self-control, it's about unlocking the full spectrum of human potential. When you master your sexual energy, you become the creator of your reality. Your thoughts manifest faster, your energy influences others without words, and your life begins to align with a higher calling. This is the beginning of true enlightenment, the moment you stop being controlled and start becoming the master of your destiny. Reaching 100 days of semen retention is not just a milestone, it's a complete transformation. By this point, your body has fully adapted to preserving and transmuting your energy, and the changes are undeniable. Your mind is sharper, your body is stronger, and your spirit feels unshakable. This is the phase where retention stops being just a practice and becomes a state of being. You are no longer forcing yourself to abstain, you have rewired your entire system to operate at a higher frequency. But what exactly happens at this stage? The process can be understood through the ancient concept of spiritual alchemy, the art of transforming raw, unrefined energy into something divine. In the early stages of retention, your energy is chaotic, your urges are strong, and your mind is still adapting. But as you persist, the energy refines itself, moving beyond physical impulses and elevating into creative power, mental brilliance, and deep spiritual awareness. This is why men who reach this level often report an almost supernatural ability to attract opportunities, insights, and success. Physically, the effects are profound. Your testosterone levels stabilize at an optimal range, leading to stronger muscle growth, faster recovery, and increased resilience. Your immune system is fortified, making you less susceptible to illness. Even your facial structure changes. Your jawline becomes more defined, your eyes gain an intense clarity, and your overall presence feels more commanding. These aren't myths, they are biological responses to energy conservation and refinement. But the true power of 100+ days of retention isn't just in the physical, it's in the spiritual awakening that follows. Your thoughts manifest quicker, your intuition is razor sharp, and your emotions are no longer driven by impulse, but by conscious intention. You begin to operate from a place of wisdom and inner peace, realizing that true mastery is not about suppressing energy, but about channeling it towards your highest purpose. This is where semen retention becomes alchemy, the transformation of raw energy into ultimate power. With great energy comes great responsibility. When you practice semen retention, you awaken a force within you that most men will never experience. Your confidence rises, your focus sharpens, and your presence becomes magnetic. But if this power is not channeled with wisdom, it can lead to arrogance, recklessness, or even self-destruction. History is full of men who gained immense power, but fell because they lacked the discipline to wield it correctly. The true test of retention is not just harnessing energy, it's learning to control it. One of the biggest challenges at this stage is ego inflation. When you retain for long periods, people naturally begin to treat you differently. You may receive more respect, admiration, or attention than before. However, this is where many fall into the trap of misusing their energy, chasing validation, seeking dominance over others, or allowing pride to cloud their judgment. The key is to remain humble and grounded, understanding that retention is not about superiority, but about mastering oneself. To maintain balance, your energy must have a purpose. Power without direction leads to chaos. Whether it's building a business, pursuing a creative passion, deepening spiritual practice, or serving others, your energy must be channeled into something meaningful. This is why the greatest warriors, monks, and sages didn't just retain for the sake of it. They used their cultivated energy to create, inspire, and uplift those around them. True mastery lies in using your power for the greater good. At the highest level, semen retention is not just a personal practice, it's a responsibility. It is the choice to rise above distractions, to cultivate discipline, and to lead by example. Those who retain and transmute their energy become builders of empires, pioneers of ideas, and leaders of movements. But the real victory is not in external achievements. It's in the ability to control your own destiny. When you balance power with wisdom, you don't just change your life, you change the world around you.